Okay, we should be live. Happy Annie morning, everyone. Yay. I totally used a catchphrase.
What, happy Annie morning,
Yeah.
everyone, yay.
Well, I think the yay's optional.
I don't know, I think the yay is integral.
Okay, fair enough. That is now the catchphrase. I'm just checking my storyboard to remind myself what I was doing. Yes. Hey Hardick! Top of the morning to you!
That's Jacksepticeye's intro.
I see.
Ours could be yo yo yo!
Bottom of the morning to you, laddies.
Bottom of, scraping the barrel with you laddies.
We're the ass end of the morning. Okay. I remember what I was doing. I have so many windows. This is fine. Okay. This is what I was doing. I remember. Bottom of the night to your lasses. Yeah, we're good. The weekend was awesome. It was actually really cool to get away. And I fell in the sea, and we went swimming, and we had awesome curry, and we watched lots of Gurren Lagann. How about you? How was your weekend? Fleek. What's fleek?
We did see.
Yes, we did. In fact, I have done some feedback for you. Let me see. I'm going to paste you a link to it so you can download it if you want. But yeah, awesome job, dude. I can go through the feedback now if you'd like. Or I can just send you the link and then we can like Twitter about it if you want. It's up to you. Either is good.
I think do it on the stream.
You think do it on the stream?
Yeah, maybe take 5-10 minutes to go through it.
Okie dokie.
If you're up for it.
If it's okay with Hardick. Since it's his work. Let me know if the music is too loud also. Because I never know what volume it is when I put it on. Seems okay to me in my headphones, but... Okay, cool. I have the go-ahead. I shall go through it. Boop-ba-doop. So I basically have no notes on the second half because I really like what you did with the him like yawning and then like something flying to his throat and him clutching it. I think that's the movement's really cool in the second half. The only notes I had on that was just when you're using smear frames, they work best when you hold them for no longer than 2 frames. So I just adjusted it so that it was only on for 2 frames and then filled in hand positions for the rest of it. It just makes it less obvious and it makes the movement feel smoother. Oh, the only other thing with the smears is just to watch the arcs, because again that'll just give you some smoother movement. If you kind of rough in your arc first, you can follow it and then erase it. That's what I generally do. I like draw it on first and then draw my frames and then I just delete it and no one knows. Let's see. Oh yeah, nice eye dart there. I really liked that. On the first bit, I just did some changes of the poses to make it feel more like a yawn, because I think think because of the nature of the pose here and the hand movement, it felt a little bit like he was either singing or yelling. So I tried to make it more yawn-like. So, oh, I should also say there's something you did here which I really like, which is I really like the fact that you have the head delayed. So the head's going up here, but it's kind of going down here even though the arms are going up. And I think the fact that you've got the head going down and the arms going up is really nice. I've basically used that in mine too because it creates really nice opposing action to have these two things slightly offset in their movement. So the head goes down then comes up and the arms are already going up. It's really nice to offset the movements like that. It makes it feel much more natural, so great job. Okay, so let's see. So the poses. I had his hands in my version going in rather than out. So he does this kind of movement instead of keeping them out, which means that the silhouette isn't as good. Like your silhouette is better. But I was acting out yawning a couple of times and it just felt more natural for my arms to go in every time I was acting it out. Yeah, I'm just doing it now. My arms kind of go inside my body and then spread out at the top rather than going straight out from the beginning in an arc. So I just basically copied what felt natural for me. So I have him anticipating here, so his head's going down but his hands are coming up like you did. And I'm having them come up on the inside instead. So I've written here, yeah, opposing action. So I'm continuing his anticipation of the head here, but I'm bringing his arms further up. Here I brought the brows sort of up and together instead of down because I felt like maybe the narrowing the eyebrows in the yawn was making it look more like a yell. I thought it kind of felt sleepier to have them up like he's obviously trying not to, but it's happening anyway. He's like, oh god, I'm so tired. That's not a Samurai Jack voice. That was just a general impression of a man.
Haku!
Oh, I'm so tired! Would be... Well, no, actually, Jack doesn't even speak like that. That sounded like a coo. Anyway, yeah, I brought his eyebrows up because I just felt like that felt a bit sleepier. I've also got his hands offset to avoid twinning. Just because keeping them even makes for less interesting action, I feel. So even though you get the same impression of them both unfolding, I feel like offsetting the movement slightly rather than syncing it up makes it feel more interesting. So I've got this one slightly delayed behind this one. I drew very faint arrows, let me just, yeah. This one being slightly delayed behind this one made the action feel a bit more interesting. I also pushed his back out a bit more just to push that pose. Let me turn these on so you can see his arms. Yeah, so I chose these hand positions just because, again, when I was acting it out, that's what I was doing with my hands. It made it feel more like, when I'm stretching, I tend to tense up everything. So I think that's just a matter of taste, to be honest, because your hands still look like they're strained. It still looks like you're stretching the fingers out. He's tense. He's like pushing them outwards and really stretching. So I think that's just a matter of like personal preference in the acting. Is I feel like for me that feels more natural, but I think it kind of could work either way. And then I've put a stagger on the hands here. So I have them slowly going down. So he's like pushing his arms down as he's stretching them out. And the stagger on them, which is just one frame in, one frame out, is meant to make it feel like the strain on the muscles there, because when we strain or stretch, our arms often vibrate slightly. So showing that in the animation gives the same kind of feeling of stress on the muscles. I pushed his mouth shape as well to really open that up. That kind of feeling you get where your mouth is like the widest it's ever been because you're like yawning and it's this uncontrollable massive gape. That's what a yawn is to me. It's like I think about that massive point where your mouth is just like it's just out of control. You can't do anything about it because you're in the middle of a yawn. So I really pushed the mouth shape on it. And you've had his mouth start to close as well. So I did the same thing, where it's like he's coming to the end of his yawn as this thing flies inside. And then I added like a stretch frame for the for the shock. It's not actually anticipation, it's more like overshoot. Just one frame, just to try and make the audience feel it rather than actually see the frame. If you keep something on for one frame, generally the audience will feel it but not necessarily see it. They used to do that in Tom and Jerry quite a lot. So I've like really stretched him on the shock frame and then popped him back to normal. And I think the rest is pretty awesome, so I haven't done anything about it. But I'll play that through so you can see what it looks like. So I've exported you a mod with all the notes on it in case you wanted to go back over them. But that's it. I think you did an awesome job. Thanks so much for taking the challenge and for suggesting the challenge. That's super awesome. We're actually considering doing sort of a weekly challenge now as a regular thing because we just thought it was a really cool idea, and I love being sent animations from people, so there's no downside for me really. So if you found this helpful, like, we could do the same thing next week, which would be really fun. I found going over it really fun too because I had to kind of learn how to do a yawn as well at the same time, so I learned some stuff.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Oh, no worries. I hope it was helpful. Oh, awesome. Let me see if I can get the music working for you guys. Okay, I've turned it up a bit. Let me know if that makes a difference, or if it's just still unhearable.
Are you sending it in through the OBS thing?
Yes. I'm new to doing OBS. Ah, it's better. Awesome. I just have this little volume slider, so I can slide it up or down anytime. I just never know how loud or quiet it is for everyone else because it's kind of stays the same on my headphones no matter what, which is extremely unhelpful. I'm sure that's not what headphones are meant to do, but there you are. So what you got planned for the rest of the day? Hey Daniel! We're good, thanks. How are you? How's your weekend? Yo, yo, yo!
I'm gonna make it a thing.
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey, hey, hey! Yo, yo, yo!
Yo, yo, hey, hey, hey! Oh, your alarm's going off.
Hello, alarm.
Oh no! Wake up, Mike!
I am awake.
What droid style are you trying at it? I mean, that's really cool as well. Keep pushing yourself and trying new things. Oh yeah, like it's always easier to draw certain things for certain people. I personally also find faces much easier than bodies, just in general. Oh, cool! You've been watching The Night in the Woods. That's so awesome. Thanks, Daniel. I really appreciate it. We don't get a massive number of views on them, so it's cool. Like who are watching it. We hope that they're enjoying it. So thanks very much. Appreciate that. It's cool. I get stuck after the neck. Hey Miriam! Dude! Yay! How are you and how is New Zealand? How is the weather? Yeah, after the neck is always a tricky part. It's a tricky part for me too.
I find even the neck tricky. Like the amount of times I get a disconnect between head, turn and shoulders. Ugh.
Disconnect. No, I get that. Yeah, I should probably study next because I don't know how the bones and stuff actually work in them. I always shorthand it. Oh, it's autumn there. It's just turning summer here. So it's just starting to get warm. It's that kind of really deceptive sunny where it looks super sunny outside and you go outside and it's still actually really cold even though the sun's out. We'll get there. We'll get our 2 weeks of summer. Yeah, hands are like, they're really difficult. They're known for being really difficult though, right? And it is weird because we are super familiar with them because we are staring at them a lot of the time when we're drawing, but for some reason they are one of the most difficult things to do. We have a friend who did 100 hand studies and I think that seemed like a really good idea. I think he took, was it Milk Carl hands? No, he took hands from the Iron Giant and he just copied them, like 100 of them, and it looked like it was actually super helpful to him, so I'd really like to do the same thing. If I can get some free time, I think that'd be super helpful for me. So Miriam, what are you working on right now? Are you like doing another comic? Oh, Mike's dropping the proto knowledge. See, in my last animation during the inking part, I didn't colour every single frame, but I transformed the coloured drawings and filled in booked spaces, and it wasn't very fun, and didn't feel very good to look at. So is it okay to colour every single frame? Yeah, I mean definitely. I think you should do whatever you feel like you need to for your animation to be something that you're satisfied with. During the Game Grumps animation, I was lucky enough to have Mike on hand, who coloured all the frames for me, which is super cool of him.
Yeah.
That was all coloured digitally, and I think he found that quite fun, and kind of in a chill out, relaxing kind of way.
yeah, it's sort of like my Zen thing. But I was using Krita, and because most of your frames and your cells were cleaned up and inked, I was able to use the paint drop tool, paint bucket tool, more often than not. So it was fairly quick.
Yeah, I think you'd recommend Krita, right?
Yeah, for free software and for, you know, animating with, it seems pretty good. One thing I'd recommend is that what you told me to do was, if you nominate like one color that you're going to color through, and then you just drop the color where it's meant to go, move to the next frame, drop the color where it's meant to go, and just work through color by color, is a lot faster than selecting the color you need, coloring that one aspect of the drawing, selecting the next color, coloring the next aspect, because you don't have to mess around with selecting the correct color for the segment you're coloring. And I just laid down the flats in there, and then a lot of the other things like the gradients or any other lighting or you know, changes to the color information were done in After Effects, like after the fact.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and for that I just did all my frames in another program, so I did them all in Toon Boom, but of course you could use whatever software you have. And then we exported the PNGs, so we exported just the image sequence and imported them into Krita. And I think Krita even imports MOVs as well, like it can import video information, so you can colour it like that. But I think it's also a good program just to animate straight into, so you could do either, but I'd say you should do whatever feels good for your animation. If it feels good for you to warp the colours and then fill in the blank bits, then there's nothing wrong with doing that. But if you want to colour something frame by frame, then it's definitely okay. You should go and do it. I think that's how most people work. It's just it's time consuming, but if you enjoy it, then you're not losing anything by doing it. When I go ahead and do colour line for every single frame animation, it's wonky as like because I see my drawings. Oh, don't worry though, that's just practice. And like the only way to get better at being consistent is to just keep doing it. You'll get there. I know it's frustrating, but once you've just practiced like drawing in general and done a couple of more years of animation, like it's gonna happen. It's literally just time. It's nothing you need to like worry too much about, because it is something that is just going to happen as a side effect of you practicing. So like, you don't even need to doubt that it's going to happen. It's definitely going to happen. It's literally just time and practice, that's all. So you can take that as guaranteed that your drawings will get more consistent and better every single time you animate something. That's one of the thoughts that keeps me animating. It's like, well, even if this doesn't turn out well, at least I know that I'm going to have got better by the end of it.
You're going to have learned something.
Mhm. Funny thing is, you actually tend to learn more from the ones you don't do well.
Isn't that always the way?
It is, it's annoying. I never want to do a bad animation, but if I ever do one which I don't enjoy or don't like, I always learn a ton from it. music just got louder. Oh no! What even happened? Is it still an okay volume? I didn't actually touch the volume control, so I don't know why it got louder. That's weird. It's got a life of its own. It's alive and rebelling.
I want to be heard.
Music, no! Okay, that's the frame I'm on. And then that happens. Okay. Can do. One thing I'm trying to do in this, or I think I remember I was trying to do, is to keep a good arc in the head, because I'm assuming the head is what the audience is going to be following most of all. And I know the body is doing a lot of kind of complex flippy stuff, so I've tried to give the head a nice arc that I'm following. So it's like here, and then it's here, so that's like that kind of thing. Up. Trying to resolve what the arc is here. So I could move this to get a better arc. So say this is where I want them to start going down. I'd probably have like that kind of thing. Sometimes I just, like I said earlier, I draw my arc straight on and then I can adjust the animation as need be. So that would be like this. I can hear you giggling behind me.
I'm just laughing at the latest comment where, what can you challenge me to animate till the weekend? Not for the weekend.
This is awesome. I'm glad like the enthusiasm is awesome. Okay. Till the weekend, A. Let's see. Okay. So if you're looking for consistency, have you tried animating a walk? Because that requires you to be super consistent because it has to loop. So you can't get away with like not having the end pose flow nicely into the next pose along. Okay, so that's the arc I've got going at the minute. So I could remove this drawing. You tried animating a walk cycle, it was miserable. Yes. I hesitate to give it to you because walk cycles are not the most fun thing to do. They're just not. Because they require such consistency, they can be pretty tough. I think it would help. I think it would help if you're looking to improve consistent, like having a consistent character, staying on model. It's the only thing you can do to make this less painful. I know, try a run instead. Runs are more fun because you need less frames for them and they move more. They're less subtle than walk cycles, so you can get away with being a bit crazier with them. I think try a run.
I'm attempting to make a run right now.
That's true. You guys could like both do it. That'd be cool. Oh my god, you do like challenging yourself, don't you? Okay, well that's like extra. So if you want to do that, that's like bonus points. But you don't have to do that. Because that's super difficult. But like, I fully admire you for going for it. Because it's not an easy thing to do, so if you can pull it off, it'd be pretty awesome. Okay, cool. My arc is kind of working. But I can use this now as my guide for the next head position. Which is gonna be like here. Looks like. Cool.
So are you like, this is effectively a bouncing ball with legs attached.
Look at you, making it all simple and easy to understand. Yes, that's exactly it. It's a bouncing ball and I'm like just flinging the legs and arms around it. But the thing I'm trying to keep consistent is the head. So that's got a nice arc and flow and people can follow that. Something I was always told is that people always look at the eyes or the face because it's just what we're used to looking at in people and it's how we identify subtle emotions in people. So our eyes are always pinging to those places. So if in doubt, if you keep the head consistent, that's almost always going to be where your audience are looking. Unless you're deliberately drawing attention to something else, like a hand pulling out a knife or a foot kicking a ball, that's probably going to be where your audience are trying to look. So if you can keep that on a nice arc, sometimes inconsistencies with the body can slide by less obviously. Sometimes the colour selecting my palette just changes and I never know why. It just does. It's like, hey, I'm going to be white now. Hey, I'm going to be blue now. Why do people say that 2D animation is going to die? I could rant. Because they're stupid! No. I don't mean that. I don't think anyone's stupid. But I think there's no worry about it dying. I don't think anyone needs to worry about 2D animation dying. You know, it's just not trending at the moment. That's all. It's a different art form to 3D animation, you know? They're both animation, but it's a different form of the media. And having a different form of the media that's more popular at that time doesn't mean that previous forms are going to die. That's like saying that because colour photography happened, black and white photography is now obsolete and dead. And people still do black and white photography all the time. Some of the most beautiful photographs are black and white and people are still doing it to this day. It didn't die just because a newer form of the media came out. It's the same thing with animation, with 2D animation. Like if you know, people are still going to be animating 2D. There's still 2D films being made. There's still 2D series being made. Loads of people still prefer to work in 2D. It's not going to. People aren't suddenly going to be like, oh well, I guess we'll just stop then. As long as people still enjoy doing it and have passion for it, it's never going to die. And I don't think people ever will just stop having passion for it. you know? It's just a thing that's always going to be there, like black and white photography. So just ignore them, do what you want. Like anyone who says that probably isn't an animator or a 2D animator. The whole chat is you. It is, but that's fine. There is no pressure to join the chat. People could just listen to us witter away about how awesome 2D animation is and how much fun it is. 2D animation is the only medium where I get to draw as much as I want to be able to draw while I'm animating. That's why I gave up my job at the studio that I worked in until very, very recently. Is we were working with 2D rigs, and though I loved being able to animate every day, and it was awesome to animate on shows which were going to be seen on TV, and it was an awesome job and all the people were really cool, I just couldn't take any more of the fact that I wasn't able to draw day in, day out. Like I felt like I was sitting there and my skill of drawing was kind of withering away a bit because I wasn't practicing it for, 8 to 10 hours a day. I was sat manipulating things with the mouse instead. And for me, drawing is a really big part of my happiness and being satisfied and feeling okay with myself, because it's what I love to do. So I had to give up that job so I could spend some time on personal projects and get back into drawing again.
Which means she can stream.
Yeah, which is why I got to start doing these live streams, which is super fun. I always thought I'd be too nervous to do live streams, so it's really cool that I'm getting to do them now. No one wants to kill your good questions, Mojo. It's true. You're on fire, man! Oh, thanks, Miriam. That's super cool. We need to get to New Zealand at some point. I've heard it's really beautiful. See, now I've put the arms in a place which is inconvenient for the sword arc I need. Oh, boop. 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 Yes, we're gonna come and we'll visit you. Probably won't be this year, but you're gonna stay there a while, aren't you? As far as I know. So we should have some time next year. I hope. I want to travel more. If only we didn't need money. Miriam, why is money a thing? I hate money. Why can't we all just trade bread like in the old days? I could bake bread and give people bread for plane tickets. Is it a thing to add many in-betweens but keep the motion quick and smooth at the same time? Or is it like more in between slow animation? Well, it is like more in between slow animation, but you can still have a lot of in-betweens and fast action if you have your in-betweens on ones. So it's faster probably to animate on twos because there are less frames that you need to draw, so it's faster in terms of the amount of time you put into completing your animation. But if you want an action to be super fast and super smooth, you can animate it on ones, and then you can put in quite a lot of in-betweens and the action will remain fast. And also look very, very smooth. The reason most people do it on twos is to save themselves time when animating, I think. But Sorry, I'm getting distracted by Mike's beautiful music playing. No, don't. Like, you can carry on.
Well.
I was just getting lost in the nice music you were playing. If you want to play some music, you could turn off Demontower soundtrack and you could do some pianoing.
I was trying to do like a question time theme.
Oh, right. Cool. Give me a theme. But you are limited to the amount of in-betweens you can put in. Because if you want a really fast action and you put in 40 in-betweens, then it's probably going to be pretty slow. That works super well for slow motion though. Like if you put in a ton of in-betweens and it's super smooth but also slow and underwater-ish, that's great for slow motion. But yeah, I mean that's why it's easiest to put the keyframes in first, is because then you can work out what your timing is and you know how many in-betweens you have to play around with. And if you want the in-betweens to just be kind of regular, then you can control the spacing as usual and animate on 2s or whatever it is you need to animate on. And if you want it to feel very, very smooth, then you can put in 1s instead. Most animators tend to animate most things on 2s and very fast actions on 1s, because when it's a very fast action, your eye has less time to take in what's happening on screen. So the more information you can give the viewer, the better. So people tend to put more frames in those parts because they can convey more information if they have more frames. So they'll animate very fast actions on 1s so they can get the most information into that time as possible. If that makes sense. It's a bit of like a juggling game. Frame juggling. I feel like this frame could look more epic than it does. I'll try and fix it. I want more epicness from my frame. Just gonna get rid of the face for a sec.
I mean, on the storyboard, the blade is curved.
Yeah, that's true. I could get some of that curve in there if I complete the arc like this. It's the body position I'm more worried about though, truth be told. Like, it feels like there's more of an arc in the back. It feels like the chest is more puffed up in my board, and I like that. This is why sometimes I wonder why we even bother redrawing our boards when the boards have way more energy. But I think trying to recapture that is probably good practice. Okay, so it feels like there's more of a twist in the body, so I'm going to do a curved arm. And then I'm going to actually draw the chest. We'll see if that looks better. Feels like the arms go higher. In fact, yeah, I think my arm is meant to be crossing the body in the storyboard. I was wondering whether it actually went behind the head in the storyboard. It's more like that.
So, in your frame just now, do you have like both arms going across like this?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's what I was going for.
Okay.
Just keep redrawing it until it's right. Persistence. Persistence will make this a good animation.
Because you could have the arm like this. And have the full like. Because if it's like this, you're closing them up. And that.
Yeah, it's because I'm trying to pull everything along this line. So the arms create this kind of shape, which I think is better potentially for the flow. Although it would work with one arm. Like I could just do it with one arm. I can do this. I just need to keep hammering at it until it feels right. It's just got to feel the momentum, feel right. Oh, you get that feeling when you're animating, you're like, I know where this needs to be. Like, this can work, I feel this. This is gonna... I just need to get it right. I can feel that. I can feel that it's in there somewhere. It's like chipping away at coal or something. Trying to find the diamond. That's not how coal works. Coal doesn't contain diamonds.
Are you talking about that Superman scene? He crushes a diamond, coal in his hand.
Did he do that?
Yeah.
He's so strong. No, I wasn't. That's amazing though.
Yeah, like diamonds are created by high pressure.
Yeah, well that's what this is. This is like... No, it's not what this is. I'm mining for diamonds and I just gotta get all the rock out of the way and I know it's in there somewhere. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, when I was at a studio we would be given scenes from the episodes that we were animating, and each animate would be assigned different scenes, and we would generally have a week per episode to complete it, which is crazy, by the way. It's crazy deadlines for all the animators. They're all bonkers, and yeah, you don't have enough time to do some of the things you want to be able to do with the animation, but that's the business. You're often given very tight deadlines, because when the studios are trying to convince other people to give them the projects, one of the things they use is how quickly they can get it done. So that means that often the animators are given kind of unrealistic deadlines. But yeah, you're given scenes and we get assigned our scenes at the beginning of the episode, and then it's up to us to get the scenes done on time. So we have like a spreadsheet and we fill in when we're working on a scene in one colour, and we fill in when we think the scene's finished in another colour. And our lead animators also have this spreadsheet open and can see what everyone's filling in. And when they see that you filled in something green to say, oh, I've finished animating the scene, they'll check it for you. And then they will either fill it in red to say that this needs retakes, here are some notes for you, fix these things about your animation, and then resubmit it. Or they will be like, oh, this is fine, this is A-OK, and they will fill theirs in green, and then it gets sent off to the next department, which is, I think, the effects department or the compositing department. Probably the effects department, and they'll put on any effects on your shots that you need doing. So yeah, our scenes get prepared for us. They have the storyboards in them when we get them, and they generally have the rigs in as well when we get them, and we just have to animate them. So we go in and we just hammer away at our scenes until they're done and try our very best to do the deadlines, and if we have to stay overtime to get them done, then that's what we have to do. So that's the reason that I left, is because I wasn't getting to draw every day. Because the studio I was working at, they were using mainly puppets, so they would have 2D rigs. We would occasionally draw things, like we would draw hand shapes that we needed, or we would draw smear frames that the rig can't do, and often I would sketch in my animation hand drawn first, and then I would emulate it with the puppet. But yeah, we didn't need to ink or colour because the rigs already have ink and colour on them when we get them. We just have to kind of move them around with the mouse. The puppet thing is very much like a pushpin type deal. So you have a puppet and they'll have different elements like the arms and the head, and they will rotate from the joints so you can pose them. So they will have rotations like here, and then each element will have within it different drawings that you can switch between. So the hands will have like open hand, fist, palm up hand, and you can switch those in or out anytime you want. And other than that, you're like posing it by rotating around these joints. And likewise, the head will have like front facing head, it will have 3/4 head in both directions, it will have the back of the head, and you can switch between those drawings. And you can manipulate things like the shape of the eyes and the mouth shapes so that you can do lip sync and such. But it's all done via clicks rather than via drawing. Yeah, it's a bone for Gintimbu, that's exactly what it is. Gosh, the amount I've redrawn this one frame now. I can do it though. It's getting closer. Hey! Renee! It's awesome to see you. Am I pronouncing your name right, by the way? Renee. Renee's like an awesome animator who we know on Facebook, so it's super cool to see you here. Yay! Have all the cool people in our stream.
How did your films go, Rennie? I think the last time I spoke to you, you were working on 2 projects, but I'm not sure when they were due or when they wrapped up. Or I don't want that one.
That's the best emotion for having found it on Facebook. Okay, I'm going to call this frame because I can fix it later, it's fine, it will do the job. I should move on with my life. So the cloak would need to, the momentum of the cloak would continue. Probably it should be more curved here. And that momentum would follow through to the next frame. So it would be like dragged here, like this. That would unfurl to like there. Yeah, it would probably do something like this.
Demontower.
Demontower. We have a really cool challenge planned for this weekend, by the way. Our current plan being that we might have Annie Mornings happen every weekday and then give people a break over the weekend but give everyone a challenge. to complete. And we'll all do the challenge together, and then on Monday we'll go through critiques. If people think that sounds cool. Or just show people's work. You're not going to know what the challenge is until this weekend. Ooh. So I know you. You'll start doing it. And you'll complete it by like tomorrow. And then there'll be nothing to do this weekend. Hey Mort! Ooh, good luck!
Ooh.
Good luck, good luck, good luck on submitting your films. That's awesome, you got them finished. Like, congratulations, that's a massive undertaking. We never doubted you. We knew you could do it.
We knew you were the one.
Let us know how it goes. Like, let us know if you like any of them get chosen for festivals, 'cause that'd be amazing. Okay, this will drag down. The spacing of this cloak is like... Should probably increase the spacing.
I should listen. I should listen to the Demontower on my own.
Why? What's wrong with listening to Demontower with me?
Because I'll have to hear you like twice.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Guess that makes sense.
Not that I don't enjoy listening to you, that's not what I'm saying, I just mean I'll hear. So I'm going to animate this frame, and then like 3 seconds later I'll have, so I'm going to animate this frame.
Yes, that's fair, don't worry.
And I'll start replying to the second one, because that one can't answer me back.
I'm only umming and ahhing because this frame is giving me trouble. I find it hard to resolve the movement between the cat and the cloak. Sounds like a good name for a film. The Cat and the Cloak.
Cat.
It's just about a very fashionable cat.
You know, cloak and dagger. Cat and dagger.
The most deadly combination.
He's dual-wielding both a cat and a dagger!
He's developed opposable thumbs and now there's no way to stop him!
Am I following Renee on Twitter?
Okay. This is fine. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna move on from this frame. God damn it though! Oh, I know this feels like if I just can make it work. If I just do this line will make all the difference. It in fact didn't, but it was worth a try. Okay, yes. No. Well, no more of this frame. Next frame. Okay. Slowing down spacing. Does that feel like the right thing to do? Not really. But I will trust myself.
Leave it to future India.
Yeah, I think Mike's remembering this thing I said last time I was doing animation, which is that inking is very much like having to resolve the difference between your past and future selves. Like, present India is inking past India's work. Does present India trust that past India knew what she was doing, or is it okay for present India to change the frame because she thinks she knows better? Have I learned since I animated what I'm inking? Or, you know, did I in fact know what I was doing and I just need to trust that I knew what I was doing and do it the way that I animated it? Animation is just a process of self-doubt. Okay, I'm trusting past India. I'm gonna do the spacing the way I did it on the storyboards.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, you know what? I've got a new idea. I think if I just do it really fast, it'll be better. I think that's the key. I think that's the secret. Is all this time I've just been animating too slowly. If I do it really fast and don't think, instinct will take over and it will come out amazing. I've just been overthinking it. That's all it's been my entire life.
Makes sense.
Yes, this is obviously it. Oh no, I've lost the arc. It's meant to be like that. And this arm should probably, I know it makes sense for it not to be straight, but it gives a better line of action when it's straight. So, oh no, now this is all awful. This is terrible. Fix it. What was I doing with this foot? Is this up or down? I can't tell. I drew all positions of the foot. How am I supposed to know? It's fine. I'm not panicking. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm competent. I know exactly what I'm doing.
I am now following you, Renee. I was not before.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder if I am. I often find that I miss people between Twitter and Facebook. Partially because I'm super forgetful. Am I in sync with the music? Since they're both playing through my computer, I guess I am. Even if I'm slightly behind myself.
Yeah.
So if I sing, then...
Yeah, you're fine.
Because it's playing Die Anywhere Else.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Just not here. Do-do-do-do. Oh, what is animation? Okay. I'm going to extend that foot slightly further than it is because it feels better. Just wanna die anywhere else. Just wish I could die anywhere else. It doesn't feel better. I'll just rub it out and just start again. Like that. Yes, I sort of feel better. No? So much about just feeling it out. This?
You can do it, Swifty.
Thanks, Mike.
You're welcome.
That? Oh. Yes. That. Something like that feels better. Oh no. Now I've got someone else singing.
What have you got?
The music's changed to someone singing. Which isn't what I wanted. I just want instrumental things. It's okay for me to sing badly, but not for anyone else to sing badly. Demontower.
I'm an old cat. Load that episode. I'm going to do it. I'm going to ask. I'm going to do it. If oh well, okay. I'll answer this first. India.
Oh.
What is your favorite song in Night in the Woods?
Ooh.
There are two. There's so many.
There's so many.
Do you mean favorite song as in which the band plays, or general soundtrack?
Favourite song the band plays, Weird Autumn. Favourite song in general. I really like the theme which is in the library-like level in Demontower. It sounds like kind of a cross between Sandopolis and Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah. That one is awesome. Third favourite, I really like the
Astral Alley's good.
yeah, is that the one where you first discover the musicians?
Yes, I think so.
Because whatever that one is, I love that song. It's great. How about you? Oh, I can't see the smoke fast the frames.
Oh man, we we started more. It's like we haven't been able to get dusk stars out of their head for days. On our second playthrough through Night in the Woods, we just started singing the conversations between May and Chazikov.
Some of them are awful.
They were really bad. Oh, man.
Just to keep it interesting for ourselves, because we've been through all that dialogue before, but we wanted to explore different options. Like before we say that we're done with the game, even though we're not necessarily uploading them as episodes, we just wanted to go through and try all the choices we didn't make the first time and see what happened.
Because the Dusk Star theme is so good.
It really is. It's so chilled as well. It's like super therapeutic and relaxing as a song. It always chills me out. Oh. This is meant to be descending now.
We noticed that as we were wandering around in the second one, just people we hadn't ever seen before.
Well, you know what?
showed up.
Actually, I watched some playthroughs from Commander Holly and also from Aaron and Susie, and they see them too. So unless they're playing a file that has previously been completed,
We maybe just missed them.
yeah, I think maybe we
Okay.
just missed them.
Yeah, Hardico asked if we had a name for the weekend challenge, and I was like, the end of week, but spelt weak as in weakness.
Oh, nice. I was trying to come up with something animation related. The weekend follow through.
Sounds like a bowel movement.
Oh no, we can't use that now. Weekend.
Time and spacing challenge.
I don't want to perform a deletion, no. Nah. We'll come up with something. We've got a week. That's loads of time. We're open to suggestions as well. Oh, are you okay?
Yeah, I raised my elbow.
Oh no.
Bloody Weekopolis.
That sounds very threatening. Come on, Smoke. Don't be a pain. Just want to get onto the next frame. Let's go delete this and draw it again.
There should be a podcast out there called Time and Spacing.
Oh, I like that. Nice.
Because, yeah. Maybe we could be it. I like time and space.
I mean, what would it be? Like, animation combined with quantum physics?
Quantum state animation.
Exactly.
Animation which is both good and bad at the same time.
Quantum body mechanics.
Quantum body mechanics is quite nice.
It'd be like, you either raise your arm or you don't. But whichever state you look at when someone's raised their arm, that's then set. And the other state becomes eliminated. Because that's quantum body mechanics.
I wonder if anyone has attempted to make a quantum state animation, like trying to describe the quantum theories with animation.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Because visually is the easiest way to understand things, right?
Yeah. But I mean less illustrative animations for describing videos or whatnot, and more like a character finds himself in a state of quantum flux, and or I'm just making up words now, but like they have to go through their day to day and move in a quantum-y way. I'm gonna have to read up on quantum stuff, because what I'm imagining is probably completely arbitrary to what it actually is. But
I mean, I think what you're thinking is that things are always in flux until they're not, until you see them and then they become fixed. It's like Schrodinger's cat, except with molecules and atoms.
Yeah.
As far as I know, not being a quantum physicist myself.
Did Don Hertzfeldt do that? I haven't seen his animation in a while. Last one I saw was when we were at Ottawa.
Might have. I'm not too familiar with either quantum physics or Don Hertzfeldt, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Have you not seen My Spoon Is Too Big?
I feel like I saw that back at university.
My spoon is too big. I'm a banana.
Well, why do I need to see it when you're doing such a great job?
My anus is bleeding.
Yes, I remember this. This is like the radio play of Don Hertzfeldt.
Yeah. I think that's Don Hertzfeldt.
Is it? Because Don Hertzfeldt sounds like a very
Maybe
it sounds like the name of someone who would be more serious, but then what do I know?
I'm gonna. No, it is. Yes, it's totally him. Cool. I'm glad.
It would have been amazing if he was like a super serious, well-known, well-renowned person, and then you'd be like, yes, my anus is bleeding was totally his crowning achievement.
We watched World of Tomorrow, or like his latest one at the Ottawa Animation Festival when it was showing there. It was incredible.
I remember this actually. That was super good. It was really good. Super interesting film. I was a fan. I guess I'm not a fan of his more kind of bass, lewd stuff, but I was definitely a fan of that.
Rejected was like one of the first animated things we were shown at university as an example of animation. I was watching it going, what?
What's Rejected?
The Spoon Is Too Big one.
Oh, okay. He's a good animator though. Like he knows his
oh yeah.
his timing, especially like in terms of comedy. I feel like these rocks are probably going to be in slow motion, like I've animated them too slow. I have. Okay, I'll fix those later, it's fine. Like, the important thing is the character right now, so screw your rocks. And it enlarges Kitty because it's meant to be coming forward in perspective, so this next frame is a fun one. I'm gonna have to rub in my skeleton dude. Okay. Directions like this. Gosh, animation is hard.
Gosh darn.
Gosh darn, it's difficult. That's not gonna work. Like that. Okay, that works a bit better.
Cool.
I like hold my breath when I do it, so I'm like strained when I finish repositioning something. I'm like, ugh. Okay, I've helpfully not drawn the arms on my storyboard. This is fine. The arms are just going to follow where they've been previously. Just going to follow through. Actually, this is more like drag than follow through. So the arms are just going to drag. The sword goes like this. The vorpal blade when snicker snack.
Did it?
Yeah, you know it's a quality live stream when you get some Jabberwocky references in there.
Nice.
Beware the Jabberwock, my beamish boy. I'm pretty sure that's not an actual quote, but words like this are used.
Beamish.
Beamish boy. I always loved that. I assume it means that you're prone to beaming?
Which is smiling.
Yes.
Right. Write puns on his files.
You know you're a proficient artist when your desktop is full of PSD files named Untitled. Do you guys want to see my desktop?
India slams her face into the keyboard when she's naming files.
Let's see. Welcome to my desktop. I can find anything I want anytime I want.
I forgot that was your wallpaper as well.
I have things underneath things. Oh god. Everything is stacked. This is fine. Everything is findable. You didn't see anything. I'm very professional.
Jesus, cat Christ.
No one knows. Don't tell anyone.
Extreme secret.
Extreme secret. We're all professionals here. To be fair, my background doesn't help. Just confuses things even more. Watching the 3M doesn't help, no. It must be about like one of those pictures where you have to squint in order to see the actual picture hidden inside the pattern. Up so late, Renee. You must need sleep. Rest. I know that my secret is safe.
YouTube has recommended me If You Only Got a Mustache from the popular film A Million Ways to Die in the West for the 10-hour version to me.
Well, you do have a fairly fabulous moustache.
I really don't.
You do. I like your moustache. It's cool. You have that cool thing going where you have like dark brown hair and then for some reason ginger facial hair. It's pretty cool.
Thanks.
It's like you're rusting.
It's like I'm rusting.
Slowly. Sometimes I like to imagine that my boyfriend is slowly rusting. Is it fun to pull all nighters? No, but it's necessary.
Well,
Poor
you're
Renee.
short.
Oh, nice, very witty. Yeah. Low blow.
Low blow. It has to be to hit you because
Oh!
you're so short.
I knew it. I set myself up. That was good, Mike. The best thing for a small packages, Mike.
Yeah, they do. Like
Me.
Like you. Like my little Pikachu.
I am dressed as a Pikachu right now.
Yeah, you are.
These are my pajamas. I mean, I think now that people see my desktop, the image of me sat poised at a computer wearing like a suit is thoroughly shattered.
Can I show them the picture of you and a Pikachu?
Which picture of me and a Pikachu?
The one you sent me, like, years ago.
The one in which I don't actually look like myself. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I feel like this cloak is working against me. I'm just going to put the cloak where I think I want it to be. And then it's just going to have to deal with it. I'll deal with it in reverse. I'll reverse engineer the cloak to be where I want it to be. Oh, this is the Demontower track I was talking about that's playing right now. The one in the library. Yeah. Reminds me of Sandopolis. Okay, the code is going to go like this because I say so. I'm the animator. Drawing's meant to do what I want it to do. rotate it? Will I destroy the world?
Yeah.
Oh. What are you laughing at?
Look what I just found.
Oh no.
I'm not gonna.
Mike animated a sprite character for a game, and I told him to give it massive boobs as a joke, and he did. That's not the version he sent to a client, but it's a version that we still have. It is very adult though. Very adult, very mature. In a very immature way. I was impressed with your boob physics though.
Thanks.
Okay. I think the cloak works! I don't know. I don't know anymore. Animation. 80% self-doubt. 20% learning to push through. I feel like the cloak needs more drag than it currently has. Like, it's a nicer shape when it's not doing that, but I feel like it might need to be more like this. Drawing dilemmas. I'm so tense right now. This is the point at which I'm going to use the onion skin to try and help me. So this point, I want an ice arc in between, so I'm going to put it here. This point will go probably to about here. So if I put the cloak here, will I get nice smooth image weaving? Anyone would find out. I feel like this should be just coming out of its fold here. Like this kind of thing. Oh, that makes a nice shape. That was unexpected. Happy times. I like the shape transformation between this and this. That's nice. Accidental, but if anyone asks, I did that deliberately. This was all planned. I do feel like quite a lot of art and animation is happy accidents. And how do you practice the more happy accidents you have? Funny how that works. And then from there, it's going to go here. It's going to start to wrinkle a little bit. Using the red to just define the edge here because I've got so much black on there already that it's hard to define the edge with black now. And I want this to continue, like there's a nice arc coming in here that I'm losing a little bit on this frame. That's better. Oh, and then I've lost it there, so I'm going to put it back in. Oh, let's see. India, I'm working at my college as a 2D animator. While I work, I'm learning how to animate and rig in Toon Boom. I'm really loving it so far. That's awesome! Because there's tons of jobs in that. I think Toon Boom is getting more and more popular and more studios are using it, and some really amazing studios are using it. Like, you should come and be in Dublin because, well, not necessarily Dublin, but recently Cartoon Saloon have partnered with Mercury Filmworks, who are a really amazing company. I think Mercury did The Lion Guard, they're doing the Tangled 2D series from Disney, and they're all using Toon Boom Harmony rigs. And the studio I used to work at, Boulder Media, who did Wonder Over Yonder, and they did the first season of Gumball, they use 2D Harmony rigs. So you're really setting yourself up for success there from learning that. If you enjoy doing it, then that's a really awesome thing to learn, because there's a lot of work in it, and I think there's only going to be more and more work in it. People like it because it means you can animate things faster. It allows them to manage to do crazy schedules that would be probably impossible if it was all hand drawn. Oh, I just got Discord. I just got it literally yesterday because Mike was hanging out with some really cool animators, and I got all jealous because I would hang out with them too. So Mike was like, just download Discord. So even though I was like, oh, I have so many things installed, I have Skype and there's Facebook and Twitter and YouTube, and I feel like there's like a million things, even though that doesn't sound like very many. I have now downloaded Discord, so I'm on there. You can add me. I'm Old Swifty to, what am I? Where does it say what I am?
You are hashtag 0242.
Hashtag 0242. Old Swifty. No caps. Caps are for people who care. Oh, thanks Mike. That's super helpful.
You are welcome.
Cool. feel like I'm close. This is almost working. I just need to find the right frame here.
Oh, take care, Mark. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again.
Yeah, we'll be wrapping up in a minute anyway, because we've gone slightly over 8:30. But I really just want to get this last cloak frame. It's given me the tense, the fact that I can't quite get. Yes, I think it's working. Enough for me to let it go. Oh. Oh. Yay, I think it's working. Oh, praise be. Oh, I can relax a little bit. Ah.
You can breathe.
Oh my god, breathing feels good. Oh no, it needs a curve. Ah. Okay. Yes, okay. Oh. Kind of. Almost. A little bit. Right, just there. Oh, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I'm just trying to do what feels right. Okay. Okay, I can live with this. This is okay, I can live with this. Okay. So, this frame, I'm going to bring the face down because it's been coming down further and further. So it makes sense to have it just sketched in a little bit lower, just so I know when I come to do the cleanup on this a little bit. I wonder if I can move this arm over as well because it's covering the face a little bit. You can just cheat it maybe. Like there instead. Yeah, that kind of works. Like, you just don't have to think about where the neck is, that's all. The anatomy doesn't make sense, but you know. Okay. Oh, I think that's kind of working. Let's see. Okay. Kind of working. It's working enough. Okay. This is what we have so far. I need to finish off the cloak in that shot just before she jumps. That smoke's feeling okay as well. I can deal with it. On this frame. I think I will just Place the snake on and enlarge it a little as it spreads. Maybe not that much, just a little. Okay.
Ooh, nice stretch.
Thank you. Hopefully it works in the movement. I think, yeah, that's going down, so it'll be like there. This is going down, that's okay, that is okay. This little bit of rubble is falling. It's going to be like really unhelpfully there. I might move over a little bit so it's not in the middle of that.
How does the whole animation go?
How does the whole animation go, did you say?
Yeah, I haven't been super watching.
Okay, I'll just play a few again.
Oh, that's cool.
There's still some bits to fill in. So that's what we have so far.
Cool.
That little jump at the end here really helps the foot to feel like it's landing. One tip I was given by someone is to start a movement on one shot and to continue on the next shot to make them feel like they flow together properly. And I think that's probably why that feels like it works to me. So I try to do that quite a lot. It's a tip I was given, and it seems to work out for me so far. Okay. Man, animation's exhausting. I'm pooped. So, thank you guys so much for joining me. Oh, are we making a cult now? Like two ships passing in the night and bombing each other. Oh, thanks Miriam. Oh, thanks Daniel too. We'll keep hammering away at it. And yeah, tomorrow should be fun because we've got Skelly Dude to put in. And we have the cool slash and jump off him to the next set of people she's going to attack. So that should be fun to do. I'd say it would be relaxing, but I don't think animation is a very relaxing thing. Thanks for joining me. Thanks to everyone for joining me. It's been so cool to see people again. Yeah, so we'll be back up tomorrow, same time, 7 AM GMT. Hopefully see you guys there. If not, have an awesome day / week.
/ month / year.
Thanks guys, this has been really cool. It's cool to see everyone again after the weekend as well. Oh, anytime Hardik, no worries. We'll do another challenge next weekend if people are up for it. Alrighty, I'm off to do things and get work done. Take care everyone.
Bye.
Bye.